Okay, to remove your plaster from your clay after it's been poured, you're going to want to pull it apart. You can grab hold of a corner of your cardboard and pull that apart first, and then you can kind of pull the clay apart. And if your plaster is solid enough, you should be able to lift it out. Mine is not solid enough because I have plaster that I poured, didn't realize it wasn't good plaster, so mine is going to be very fragile, so hopefully it will pop out gently here. So I'm going to remove it from the project, and you can see I've got the strawberry popping out, the details in the leaves, the honeycomb. Now that I have this out, I'm going to set this on newspaper. This clay cannot be reused. So this gets set next to the trash can to go out to the trash. Don't put it in the trash, please, because it's too heavy to go in the trash. So just set it next to it, and we'll make sure it gets taken out to the trash. So there is removing my plaster from my clay. Now I can add more details to this. So I can take any of the clay tools that I have, and as long as I clean these off really well afterwards, I can use these on plaster. Now my plaster is very soft, so it's going to be very brittle. Yours will be harder, so it won't come off so easily, but you can take a toothbrush and kind of brush off if there's any little bits of clay that you don't want in there. Now, I don't have any design on my side, so I want to make a design on my side of it. So my honeycomb is sticking up here on the front, but on the side, I'm going to take and carve. So I'm just going to carve a little bit of honeycomb design into it. Now, I have the newspaper underneath so I can catch all my plaster. Move it closer to me so that I can work a little more easily here. So I'll move the camera. Okay. So I'm just going to carve a little bit of detail into the side here. And like I said, mine is really kind of crumbly, so I won't be able to do this much. I might get a little bit into it, but it's still really wet. So if it's really wet, you have to be very careful when you do this, as the plaster likes to stick back down and it likes to crumble much more easily. So now that I've carved that, I'm going to brush it out a little bit so you can start to see. So I can do that. I can carve whole entire layers out of it. So like if I want to carve that whole honeycomb shape out of it, I can do this. So I dig down into it instead of just a line, an outline. Now I'm making that whole honeycomb drop down in there. And I think I really like that on the side there. So I'm going to do it again. Kind of gives it something a little bit different. Then I'm going to take my brush, I'm going to brush it out. So I can use whatever tools I want to create my design on the side. Or I can add more details to the front. But this is so soft, I'm going to have to wait on carving it till it dries more. When I set it down, I'm going to try to make sure I don't set it in my little crumbs, because those will stick back down because this is so wet. So that's all you're going to do. Just experiment with the different tools. You can use this little loop tool, this tool, a toothbrush to brush things off, any kind of tool you want to carve your design into it.